Hello, business leaders! Ever felt frustrated because your younger colleague won't pick up the phone? Or your older manager insists on having a meeting that could have been an email? You're not alone. Welcome to another session of Flossom Vibes Wisdom Nuggets, where we nudge each other towards prosperity. Today, we're diving into 5 common misunderstandings between generations at work and how to fix them once and for all. In today's workplace, 5 generations can be working side by side, from baby boomers to Gen Z. That's exciting, right? Think about all the experience and the new ideas. But it can also be a little chaotic if we don't understand each other. Picture this. You're in a meeting and someone suggests sending out a memo. Suddenly, half the room is scrambling for a notepad and the other half is like, "Wait, what's a memo?" Or, your Gen Z superstar expects a high five every time they finish a task. So, if you're a leader, HR pro, or team player wanting better collaboration, this one's for you. Let's start with a classic, the email versus instant messaging saga. Boomers and Gen X, bless their hearts, they love a good detailed email. Or even those in-person updates where we can really connect. Not really a bad thing for human interaction, but it can't be all the norm, right? And millennials and Gen Z, on the other hand, they practically invented Slack DMs, and let's not forget emojis. In a business environment, this disconnect often causes delays and unnecessary frustration. So, how do we fix it? Easy peasy, we believe, or maybe not so easy, but very necessary. Well, first things first. Let's start by setting clear team communication norms. We have to get everyone on the same page about what goes where. Then, we invest in project tools and platforms that support both preferences. And hey, don't underestimate the power of an emoji. A little smiley face can go a long way in building rapport and adding some fun to our workday. Ever noticed how the younger generation seems to thrive in a flexible environment? That's because to them, flexibility equals productivity. But to our seasoned professionals, the opposite is ideal. Being present equals productivity. This can lead to some interesting expectations about feedback. Younger folks might want constant updates, while the more experienced team members are thinking, "Hey, I'll let you know when it's done." So how do we fix this one? First, we shift to results-based metrics. Let people show their work their way, so long as it delivers appropriately what is expected, as a minimum standard. Second, we address those feedback expectations head-on. Be clear, be transparent, and create a harmonious environment for everyone. Set up regular check-ins, but also encourage spontaneous appreciation or redirection. This builds trust and keeps things moving. Trust your team to deliver results even if they're doing it from a beach cafe. Okay, let's talk about respect. In a multi-generational workplace, respect can mean different things to different people. Boomers were taught to respect hierarchy. Gen Z, on the other hand, was raised to challenge systems and ask why. They want to understand the why behind everything. Boomers might expect formal titles, punctuality, and protocol, while younger generations value authenticity, openness, and inclusion. So, how do we bridge this gap? We clarify what respect looks like in our specific workplace and our business culture. We get everyone's input and make it a shared agreement, not just an assumption. And leaders, it's imperative to create safe spaces where feedback flows both ways. Respectfully, of course. Let's be honest, technology is where the generational gap can really show. Gen Z and millennials, they're digital natives, but boomers and Gen X, even though they've adapted, technology might not be second nature. With new tools constantly being unveiled all the time, which can be overwhelming for anyone, it is especially so for those who didn't grow up with it. So, how do we bridge this frustrating gap? 2 words: peer mentoring. We pair tech-savvy employees with seasoned professionals for some reverse mentoring. Now that's what I call a win-win. Last but not least, let's talk about feedback nuances. Older generations operated in environments where annual reviews were the norm, meaning feedback once a year. But the younger generations today, they crave constant feedback. They want it frequently, they want it real time, and they want it now. So, a quick Slack message saying, "Great job," goes a long way to encouraging more energy. And remember, feedback is always a two-way street. The best news is, the workplace isn't broken, it's only evolving, but we have to keep with the times, don't resist, and don't get left behind. Each generation brings something powerful to the table: wisdom, adaptability, creativity, and boldness. When we take the time to understand each other, we all win together. It's like a beautiful tapestry, everyone's unique threads coming together to create something amazing. If this has helped you, tap that like button, subscribe, and share with a colleague who might need to hear this. And in the comments, tell us, what's the biggest generational challenge you've seen at work? Until our next Flossom Nudge, happy leading!